Hello, I'm Hope Logan. I'm an actor on Bold and the Beautiful, and many people really love both me and our Bold and the Beautiful drama. So I've come here to share updates about my beloved Bold and the Beautiful. Everyone, please subscribe and support me. If you do, I will keep coming every day with new updates for you. The week of July 13th through July 17th promises to unleash another powerful wave of emotional conflict, heartbreaking revelations, and impossible choices on the Bold and the Beautiful. As old wounds threaten to reopen and new heartbreak waits just around the corner, every character finds themselves standing at a crossroads where one decision could change everything forever. Love will be tested, loyalties will be questioned, and devastating truths will cast long shadows over relationships that have already survived more than their fair share of pain. The upcoming days are filled with fragile hope, dangerous temptation, and emotional battles that refuse to stay buried, setting the stage for a week that no one will soon forget. Every quiet conversation carries hidden consequences, and every heartfelt confession threatens to ignite another emotional explosion as the drama intensifies from one unforgettable moment to the next. The preview begins with an emotional scene that immediately captures the complicated bond between John Finn Finnegan and Sheila Carter. Inside Finn's office, the atmosphere feels surprisingly peaceful as Sheila embraces her son, clinging to a moment she desperately hopes signals a brighter future. To Sheila, this hug is more than simple affection. It represents acceptance, redemption, and the possibility that years of mistakes may finally be forgiven. Finn has begun to believe that his biological mother has truly changed, and that belief gives Sheila the courage to dream about something she once thought impossible. She hopes Finn will stand beside her, defend her to Steffi Forrester Finnegan, and persuade his wife to finally open the door and allow her into the family she has longed to be part of. For Sheila, this isn't merely about earning another chance. It is about reclaiming a place in the lives of the people she loves before that opportunity disappears forever. Later, as Finn returns home and finds the right moment to speak with Steffi, he chooses honesty over silence, knowing the conversation ahead could shake the very foundation of their marriage. Calmly, he admits that Sheila came to see him, a confession that instantly changes the mood between them. Steffi's expression hardens almost immediately, her concern rising before Finn even has the chance to explain the purpose of the visit. Countless painful memories rush back into her mind, reminding her of every terrifying moment Sheila has brought into their lives. Nevertheless, Finn carefully recounts how the meeting unfolded, insisting that Sheila appeared sincere and that the encounter left him believing she deserves another opportunity. Then comes the proposal Steffi never wanted to hear. With cautious hope in his voice, Finn admits that perhaps the time has finally come to consider allowing Sheila back into their lives, believing reconciliation might be possible, despite everything that has happened. The suggestion lands like a thunderbolt, and Steffi's reaction is exactly as explosive as anyone could have expected. Every ounce of fear, frustration, and emotional exhaustion that she has carried for years comes rushing to the surface. She cannot believe they are once again standing in the same painful place after having this argument so many times before. In Steffi's eyes, Sheila has never earned the right to be trusted, and no amount of change can erase the danger she believes still exists. She had genuinely believed Finn understood the boundaries she established long ago. Yet hearing him defend Sheila again makes her feel as though those boundaries are crumbling beneath her feet. Without hesitation, Steffi reminds Finn of the ultimatum she has already made perfectly clear. He must decide where his loyalty truly belongs, because she refuses to allow Sheila anywhere near herself or their children. Faced with the impossible choice between the woman he married and the mother he desperately wants to believe has changed, Finn finds himself trapped in an emotional battle that threatens to tear apart everything he holds dear. While one relationship struggles beneath the weight of impossible family conflict, another complicated chapter begins unfolding at Will Spencer's beach house. Hoping to lift his spirits after everything that has happened between him and Electra Forrester, Melissa Dillon arrives with comforting words and a warm smile. But her intentions soon become far more obvious. The relaxed coastal setting creates an intimate atmosphere as the conversation gradually drifts toward memories of when Dillon once lived on the property. Those shared memories quickly open the door to playful speculation about what might happen if she ever decided to move back again. With unmistakable confidence and undeniable flirtation, Dillon teases Will by purring, "For the record, if I did come back, I wouldn't be living above the garage." Her words carry a seductive edge that leaves little doubt about the future she imagines, gently testing whether Will might be willing to see her as more than just a familiar face from his past. Every glance and every smile reveal her growing determination to become someone he can lean on when his heart feels broken. Yet, despite Dillon's charm and increasingly bold attempts to pull him closer, Will's heart refuses to move on so easily. His thoughts remain consumed by Electra, and the lingering pain of everything that has unfolded between them continues to overshadow every hopeful possibility standing in front of him. No matter how inviting Dillon's attention may be, Will cannot simply erase the feelings he still carries for the woman he truly wants. Deep inside, he continues wishing circumstances were different and longing for a future where he and Electra could somehow find their way back to each other. Dillon, however, has no intention of giving up without a fight. She seems determined to become the person who helps Will forget the heartbreak that continues to haunt him, believing that time, patience, and growing closeness may eventually allow her to replace the memories that still belong to Electra. Whether Will's heart can truly let go remains one of the biggest emotional questions waiting to unfold in the days ahead. Meanwhile, another devastating storyline begins taking shape inside the hospital, where hope slowly gives way to heartbreak. Daphne Rose Walton arrives at Lee Finnegan's office expecting answers, but the atmosphere immediately feels heavy with unspoken sorrow. Steffi appears to remain by Daphne's side, offering quiet support as they prepare to hear news that could change Daphne's future forever. Lee's expression reveals the painful truth before she even begins speaking, making it clear that the conversation ahead will not bring the outcome anyone had hoped for. With compassion and heartbreaking honesty, Lee admits she has difficult news regarding Daphne's attempt to become pregnant. The crushing revelation leaves Daphne facing an emotional storm that no one is prepared for, as the possibility of infertility suddenly becomes an overwhelming reality. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, this painful struggle is only beginning, promising an emotional journey filled with uncertainty, heartbreak, and difficult decisions, as Daphne faces one of the greatest challenges of her life. The emotional weight of Lee's heartbreaking announcement lingers long after the words leave her lips, filling the hospital office with a silence that feels almost unbearable. Daphne Rose Walton struggles to process what she has just heard, her dreams of building a family suddenly clouded by uncertainty and fear. Every hopeful vision she had imagined for her future now seems to drift farther out of reach, replaced by questions that have no easy answers. Steffi remains close beside her, recognizing the pain written across Daphne's face without needing a single explanation. Sometimes the deepest heartbreak arrives without dramatic outbursts, settling instead in quiet tears, trembling breaths, and the overwhelming realization that life has taken an unexpected turn. Lee delivers the devastating news with genuine compassion, but even her calm professionalism cannot soften the crushing emotional impact of what Daphne is being forced to confront. As Daphne fights to maintain her composure, the reality of infertility threatens to shake her confidence in ways she never anticipated. Hope has not completely disappeared, but it suddenly feels far more fragile than it did only moments earlier. Every plan she made and every future milestone she once pictured now carries uncertainty, leaving her wondering what lies ahead. Steffi's presence becomes an important source of comfort, offering silent strength during one of the most painful conversations Daphne has ever experienced. Although no immediate solutions present themselves, simply knowing she does not have to face the moment entirely alone gives Daphne something to hold on to. Even so, the emotional journey ahead promises to be anything but easy, and the difficult road she is about to travel may test her resilience more than ever before. While Daphne faces one of the most personal battles of her life, the emotional storm brewing inside the Finnegan marriage continues gathering strength. Finn cannot ignore the hope he saw in Sheila's eyes during their heartfelt embrace, and that memory refuses to leave him. He genuinely believes people can change, and he desperately wants to believe that Sheila's desire to reconnect with her family is sincere rather than manipulative. Yet every hopeful thought pulling him toward his biological mother is met by the painful reality of Steffi's fear and the trauma she has endured because of Sheila's actions. His heart is divided between compassion and responsibility, creating an impossible emotional conflict that grows heavier with every passing hour. No matter which path he chooses, someone he deeply loves is destined to be hurt. Steffi, however, sees the situation through a completely different lens, one shaped by years of betrayal, danger, and emotional scars that have never fully healed. To her, Sheila's latest attempt to become part of the family is not a touching story of redemption, but another dangerous step toward invading the peaceful life she has fought so hard to protect. Every frightening memory reminds Steffi why she drew such firm boundaries in the first place, and she has no intention of relaxing them now. She refuses to gamble with the safety of her children or risk allowing history to repeat itself simply because Finn wants to believe in second chances. The ultimatum she placed before her husband was never meant to be an empty threat, and she stands firmly behind every word she said. As husband and wife find themselves on opposite sides of this emotional divide once again, the future of their marriage hangs in a delicate balance, with neither of them willing to abandon what they believe is right. At the beach house, an entirely different kind of emotional tension continues unfolding beneath the warm California sun. Dylan senses that Will Spencer's heart is still wounded, but she also recognizes that vulnerable hearts are often searching for comfort, companionship, and a reason to smile again. Her playful confidence never fades as she gently continues drawing him into conversation, hoping shared memories and easy laughter might slowly close the distance between them. She isn't simply flirting for the excitement of the moment. She appears to be envisioning a genuine future where she becomes an important part of Will's life once again. Every subtle compliment, every teasing remark, and every meaningful glance reflects her growing determination to convince him that happiness may be waiting closer than he realizes. Dylan believes that if she remains patient enough, she may eventually become the woman standing beside Will, instead of the one watching from the sidelines. But the heart rarely follows the simplest path, and Will's emotions remain firmly tied to Electra Forrester, despite everything that has happened between them. Memories of their relationship continue pulling him backward whenever he tries to focus on the future, making it impossible for him to fully embrace Dylan's growing affection. Even as she offers warmth and understanding, another part of his heart continues wondering whether there is still hope for reconciliation with Electra. The conflict inside him becomes increasingly apparent, leaving him caught between someone who still occupies his heart and someone who is patiently waiting to earn a place there. Dylan may believe she can eventually help him forget his lingering heartbreak, but love has never been something that can simply be replaced overnight. Until Will finds peace with his past, every new possibility will continue carrying the shadow of the relationship he has not yet been able to leave behind. As these emotional storylines begin weaving together, the week promises to deliver powerful moments of heartbreak, difficult decisions, and uncertain futures. Sheila continues holding on to the dream that Finn will become the bridge, leading her back into the family she has always wanted, while Steffi remains equally determined to protect the people she loves from the woman she believes can never truly change. Finn stands trapped between those two worlds, forced to make choices that could permanently reshape the people closest to him. At the same time, Daphne faces a deeply personal struggle that could redefine her future, while Will finds himself torn between lingering love and an unexpected new connection that refuses to give up on him. Every storyline moves toward a critical emotional turning point, ensuring that no decision comes without consequences. As the week of July 13th through July 17th unfolds, The Bold and the Beautiful promises an unforgettable journey filled with emotional twists, shattered expectations, and dramatic moments that will leave viewers eagerly waiting to see what happens next.